Science and art of extracting metals from their ores. Science and art of extracting metals from their ores. Science and art of extracting metals from their ores.
Science and art of extracting metals from their ores.
Science
and art
of extracting
metals from their
ores.
Nugget, nugget.
Nugget, get, gun, egg, taken, eggun,
Gunk.
gung, gut, nut,
Mug.
tug,
Nugget.
nook,
Eggun.
nooked,
Gung.
nugget,
Gud. Nut.
Nugget,
Tug.
get,
No.
egg,
Etu.
get, egg.
Ugty. Nut.
Eggun,
Get
nut,
gun,
nut,
get gun,
noo,
egg,
gun,
egg,
gun,
egg.
gut, nut, tug. Etu,
Gung.
Ookte.
Nugget.
Nugget.
Gold.
Take gun.
Gold.
Take gun. Egg.
Money clip.
Egg.
Money clip.
Nut.
Money clip.
Egg nut gut.
Nugget.
Tug nut.
Science and art.
Nugget.
I like the meat of a lobster.
Nugget.
An egg.
I like the meat of a lobster, a nut, an egg.
A nut. Nugget jewelry is more difficult for the
I
beginner.
like the meat of a lobster, a nut.
Nugget jewelry is more difficult for the beginner because the field of vision is obstructed by the luster.
Nugget jewelry is more difficult for the beginner because the field of vision is obstructed by the luster. Nugget jewelry has a luster. I have not got a nugget ring just yet. Oh, a precious piece of metal. Once I thought of metallizing popcorn as a joke. Once I thought of metallizing popcorn as a joke. Once I thought of metallizing popcorn as a joke. Once I thought of metallizing popcorn as a joke. Once I thought of metallizing popcorn as a joke.
A precious piece of metal.
A precious piece of metal.
A nugget ring just yet I have not got.
A precious piece of metal. A precious piece of metal. I have not got a nugget ring just yet. I like the meat of a lobster, a nut, an egg.
Nugget jewelry, a nugget ring just yet, a precious piece.
I like the meat of a lobster, a nut, an egg. Nugget jewelry has a luster. Nugget jewelry has a precious piece. I have not just get a precious piece of metal. Once I thought of metallizing popcorn as a lobster.
I have not got a nugget ring just yet.
I like the meat of a lobster, a nut, an egg, a precious piece of metal. I have not yet got a nugget ring just yet. I have not got a nugget ring just yet. Nugget jewelry is more difficult for the beginner because the field of vision is obstructed by the luster.
How do you do? Are you Mr. Roy Markup?
Roy Markup, Markup Enterprises. Nice to meet you.
How do you do? My name is George Diamond. I come from Greece, from University of Athens to study the chemical engineering at the University of Oklahoma, and I was told I could earn some extra money by selling nugget jewelry for your firm, Mr. Markup.
Well, this is possible. George
Diamond. I think
George.
It's a very interesting name for a man to sell the nugget jewelry. Diamond is my Greek name, yes.
Diamond is very good. I like Diamond. We could maybe go with an American George.
Yes, George. George. My name is George, and I am very eager to work for you to sell the diamond ring for the pinky, you know, and maybe the earring, and to become one of your best men in your company.
Well, George, you know what we're about here, don't you? You know the kind of stuff that we're selling? We're doing this big line on nugget jewelry right now. You know anything about nugget jewelry?
Not very much, except it's a big stone. Is that correct?
Big stone?
There they are! There they are!
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, no, heavy is better. Heavy is better.
Gold. This is
For me,
solid.
I think
Only
light.
gold. Oh, light is so little.
It's not plated.
Oh, but
It's not
oh,
plated.
No,
Oh, no. Of course
Try
not.
this one. This will be gorgeous on you.
Shiny.
Do you think that's me?
Flashy.
Me?
No.
No, not you. Put it back.
Subtle. Very subtle.
Too subtle. Too
The
subtle.
Cowboys.
I like the cowboy one, yes.
Ah.
Do you like that one?
I like that one.
Oh,
Very Art Deco.
too much money though, no?
No.
No.
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
I mean, gold is money. Money is gold. The same
Gold
thing.
is gold.
I mean, yeah.
One person at a time speaks about gold. Yes? Good. One person at a time.
This is gold.
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 But it's almost like, I don't know. It's an astronomical sign. The money? No, not the
No.
money. The shape.
The shape?
Cosmological.
That's hair.
Did you see that fellow with the black hat, the cowboy guy?
The cowboy with the gold.
I think he wants it.
No, I want it. I want it.
Well, it's amethyst. You want
No,
gold.
I want
We want
amethyst
gold.
too.
I want everything.
You can have everything. You're a
Oh.
doll.
Oh!
Big stone, it's big. Now, big it is. But it's really a cluster of little pieces of gold nuggets, you know? It's a free-form thing where these little gold nuggets are all joined up together. You can make rings. This earring is not gold nugget, but you can do earrings, rings, bracelets, the whole number.
If you hire me, do I get to wear such earring to identify
Of
as part
course.
of the company? I would like very much to try to push the markup line in the Norman area. Is that what I would be working for you?
I'm expecting that this is going to go down really big in Norman, George. You've been around. I mean,
Oh yes, for 2 weeks I have been here. Since
we're
I arrived.
pushing this line as a very sophisticated line of women's jewelry, and this is going to hit the Midwest like an avalanche, I am sure.
What is avalanche? I'm sorry, I do not understand this word.
Well, it's just going to bowl people over, George. And you're just the man, I think, to sell this stuff as being something exotic.
International.
It's international.
Extremely sophisticated. I like sophisticated nugget jewelry.
A little different, George. We don't want to bamboozle these folks here. You know, you're going to be dealing with.
Excuse me, Mr. Markup. Bamboozle is what is bamboozle?
How long have you been studying English, George?
Well, I thought not very long in this country, but for several years in Greece. But I thought bamboozle was some kind of soup that.
Let's. Can I interrupt you for a moment?
Yes.
Let's do a little thing here.
Oh.
Would you pretend that this is a piece of nugget jewelry for me, and just pretend that I'm one of your middle-aged Midwestern women for a minute, and let me hear what you can do, would you?
Yes, I would be honored to try. Let me come in and say, how do you do, Mrs. Burns? I'm very glad to meet you, Mrs. Burns. I am representing the Markup Nugget Jewelry Company. And I have here an extraordinary opportunity for you to enhance your personal jewelry collection. Look at this lovely nugget ring, Mrs. Burns. Could I please have your hand? You have such a delicate hand. If I could just place it here on your pinky, as you call it here in this country, and I think that looks just wonderful, don't you, Mrs. Burns?
Okay, George. Yeah, I think you're going to be all right at this.
I have the touch, as they say.
Yeah? Now, you realize that we operate according to a strict ethical code in this business, George. We don't want to sell anybody something that they don't. Well, we don't mind selling them stuff they don't want, but we don't want them to feel that they've been sold stuff they didn't want because you've suggested to them, that more is going on here than a strictly commercial exchange.
I understand. The fringe benefits will have nothing to do with the sale. If I get your drift, Mr. Markup. But you can be sure that I will sell with great zeal the products of the company at the highest standard of markup I possibly can.
George, I think we're going to be able to do business.
It's a pleasure to be aboard, as you say. Thank you.
John, what are you doing here?
Well,
What is he doing here?
I was here last week. I bought a wedding present for my cousin in Tulsa.
Oh, I think you came here to scrutinize the show. Nancy, did you see he had all these nuggets out here?
Oh, they're
You sound rather
gorgeous.
aggressive, Rochelle, but not for trivial things. No, at least not for trivial
Wait a
things.
minute, did you say I sound rather aggressive, John?
No, you're a poet. Quantities, inch, time, second, length, ruler, area, clock, volume, pressure,
Everything,
mass,
everything.
multiples. Oh, so ostentatious, fat, chubby fingers. Fat, chubby cowboy fingers covered with nuggets. Oh, the mouth of the twilight is impulse. All those galaxies, those ostentatious galaxies. The surface is dark, nuggets appear, the depth moves. Fat, chubby cowboy fingers covered with nugget rings. The surface is dark, deep in the money clip, deep in the money clip, deep in the money clip. Put the color ochre, vermilion nuggets, a million vermilion nuggets, a trillion vermilion millions of nuggets, ostentatiousness of galaxies, the show, to clutch, the group, the rings, the bracelets, the necklaces, so many combinings, nugget rings, the anxiety that smiles with shiny biting teeth, golf hats with bottle cap nipples. Oh, the grossness of it all. As far as one can see, as far as one can see, the totem that shows face up to the money clip. It's a heartless nugget out there.
Ladies, I am so pleased that you have given me this chance to come to talk to you about the Markup Nugget Jewelry.
What?
Markup Nugget Jewelry.
You didn't tell me. Remember about the time we're going to stay here.
No, but I told you I'm getting my hair cut. No, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon.
We don't want to cut the hair. We're going to dress the hair, not cut the hair. You go cut the hair later.
Promise, Chris.
Okay, so I like to tell you about this wonderful kind of nugget jewelry that we have for the fingers, you see. Oh, you see, this is very nice. The symbols of the marital union, very, very nice. And you too, but you see, we must dress the fingers with the nugget
Do you
jewelry.
like baby seals?
Well, the baby seals are very, very pretty, especially
Do you
around the
like
neck.
baby seals? Their faces, smooth faces, beautiful eyes.
Yes, they're very pretty. The eyes are like a nugget ring, you know.
No,
we
the
could,
eyes
if you
are
would like.
No. The eyes are not like nugget rings.
But they're killing them all, didn't you know?
The nuggets? No, we make the nuggets.
No,
We're
the
not
baby
killing the
seals.
nuggets.
The baby seals.
Oh, the baby seals.
The
Well,
baby
yes.
seal.
They
That-
beat them, you know?
Yes.
You know, beat them, kill them.
Yes, they.
Isn't that dreadful?
It's a terrible thing to do.
I mean, you know.
We don't do anything like that to create our markup nugget rings. Nobody is hurt, and nothing is hurt. We respect the nature. We are an extremely scientific,
Baby seals are
gemological.
hurt. Baby seals are always hurt.
Well, I am beginning to understand that you have this great concern for the
Oh,
baby seals.
yes. Seals are wonderful people.
They have them here in Oklahoma?
No, but that matters not.
No, it doesn't. Are they anything like the armadillo creatures that I see here?
Yes, armadillos are creatures. That is
Yes,
right, but
yes,
baby seals have faces and armadillos are not
Yes,
pretty.
see?
Oh,
Don't mention time. We have
Yeah,
a
but
promise.
please do not
Let him
go.
tell us about the jewelry, so that, I mean, you know, I'm excited and I'm worried
Oh, I'm
about the
very
seals.
glad.
But
Oh.
I know the cause, but I've got
You
to
are
get
excited
because
about
I
the
have a
nugget
meeting
jewelry.
about the seals
Ladies,
tonight.
please, look, ladies,
okay.
I have to pay the tuition. Do you understand?
Oh,
So to pay the tuition, I must sell you the nugget jewelry.
I
Yeah?
don't care
I
about
don't care about
your
it.
tuition.
Neither do I, really.
Oh,
Look,
well,
let's
let's
see
look.
the jewelry. Let's see
You
it.
care about the baby seal, but
Yes,
you don't
yes.
care about my tuition.
Right.
I have feelings just like the baby seal.
What?
I have.
Oh, you know, then you admit the baby seals have feelings.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I am a great
Have you
deal.
ever
We're
met a
very
baby
close to me.
seal?
No. No, I've never met a baby
Oh,
seal.
they're gentle, pretty little things, aren't they, Nancy?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, they're beautiful,
I'm
like
sure.
your nugget jewelry.
I'm sure.
Beautiful.
If you would like me to do something to help with
Well,
baby
now,
seals.
you wear this thing, if you sold that and gave it to our cause, that would be
Oh,
helping the baby
this?
seals.
That's
Oh,
good.
well, I would tell you what, I would be very happy to contribute this extremely valuable piece of earring to the cause,
Ah.
provided I can, you understand, make a sale today.
Yes,
You see, well, of course, but my company, my boss, Mr. Roy Markup, who's a very generous man, I am sure would agree with me that if you two ladies purchase a first-rate nugget ring from our line, we would be very happy to contribute this to the cause of the baby seals.
Is your Mr. Markup a reputable, nice person?
He's extremely
Is
nice.
he
man.
American?
Of course, I think he's an American.
Maybe.
You're not, are you?
Oh, absolutely not. I am just here 2 weeks in the Norman. I come to study the
Oh,
civil
then you don't
engineering.
know anything really about nugget jewelry.
Oh, well, I took a, what is it
Are
called?
you in
Crash course.
metallurgy?
Yes, I do I am gemologist,
Oh,
you
I
see.
see.
You know that you're an
And
I
you,
know.
this is a real diamond.
Oh,
And you are
yes.
prepared to
Yes.
donate that to our cause?
Oh, yes,
Should
of
we
course.
buy
If
some?
you...
Have you something
and
to
your
show me?
friend-
I mean,
I've got a better idea, Chris. Why don't we get Mr. Diamond to associate with us and convince Mr. Markham to just donate back and we not buy any jewelry?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Markham
is this
of course-
an example of nugget jewelry?
No, this is not.
No,
This,
this
well,
thing.
this is kind of material that we would perhaps melt down to shape and form for the setting for the nugget jewelry. Oh yes, by all
Is it
means.
the only
But-
rings?
Mainly rings. Yes, mainly rings. Although some
No, and what
necklaces.
about necklace?
Well, this I play with because it reminds me of the worry beads. That
Why are you
so much
worried?
fun.
Are you not sure?
Oh
it's
well,
not that?
anybody
It's
who's
not
been
a- it's not genuine.
been under the
I'm sure
Turks for
that's
so many
right.
years has got
But you're
reason to be
worried. Why
worried.
is he so worried?
We were the Turks treated us like
No,
the
no,
baby
no.
seals. You understand? So
Now,
we're very worried.
No,
Yes.
please, dear.
Don't worry about the time, Chris.
Please,
Don't worry
ladies,
about the time. We're
please,
negotiating
do
here
not
for our,
leave, ladies.
for our seals. We
Ladies.
don't care about your
I see.
hair.
But how can we be sure that?
Quiet.
I see my tuition.
How can we be sure they would ever do this for the seals?
All we need to do is con him out of that, and we don't have to worry about it.
That's not a nice way to talk in front of him.
You're
Oh,
right. You're
what
right.
means
Really,
con?
Nancy. You're right.
That's rude.
He doesn't know. He's done.
What
He
does
doesn't
con mean?
I think it's
Con
It's like
means-
bamboozle, maybe?
No, con
I
means
thought-
we respect you.
Oh, I see.
And
I see.
we want you
Nancy?
to convince
Nancy,
Mr.
you're going overboard.
Am
I think so.
I? Okay, you take
I'm
over,
cross
Chris.
with you. No, I am. I
You
think
do
you're
it.
being rude
You
to
do
this.
it. You do it
Mister,
then.
Oh,
I don't want to do anything. I want to go
This
get
is
my
working
hair cut.
No. We almost got to.
This,
Miss Diamond,
Yes, yes.
Why do we keep saying words like corn and bamboozle? I don't know you at all. Have you any credentials?
Why, as I said,
I mean, you knocked
study
on the
in-
door, we're just sitting
Yes,
here.
I work for the Markup Jewelry Company.
I've never heard of them. Are they bona fide? I mean, if I were to go to my telephone...
Yes, the Oklahoma
call
City
the commerce
Yellow
place?
Pages. Yellow Pages.
No,
you can,
anyone can advertise, but I mean, if I
course.
call the city of Norman, would they say...
I am representative in Norman. I am the representative in Norman.
But who
so
will
you
vouch
could
for
reach
you?
me. Mr. Markup will vouch for me.
But then you're working for him to make money to
Well,
go to
of course,
school.
of course.
I'm very suspicious of salesmen who come to the door with no
Well,
credentials.
I know.
And who
I'm going to have to
know
put
more
this
than
back
get
on my
sealed.
ear because I don't think you want it for the baby seals cause.
Is it a real diamond?
Oh, these are diamonds. These are real diamonds, guaranteed by Mr.
What
Markup.
do you think
What?
that would sell for towards our cause?
Well, you would have to get what you could for it on the market. We wouldn't
Could we
sell
do
it
it the
for
other
you.
way around then? Could we have it valued and then let you know about buying the nugget jewelry?
Well, I don't know. I think perhaps...
May I look at this?
Oh, you may certainly look at this. Yes, of course.
It's a very nice piece.
Yes, they're fish. Fish,
Oh, the
Mediterranean
fish?
fish. Yes, yes.
Oh,
they're
I can't see
fish.
without my glasses.
It's
Oh, I
beautiful,
see.
Chris.
I see.
Ah.
But it's probably worth, you know, it's probably expensive and it's probably
Oh, yes, we
more
haven't
than
asked you.
mine.
How much does nugget jewelry cost? That's a
We're
stupid
not
thing
gonna
we
get
haven't
any
asked.
money.
But how much is nugget jewelry?
Oh, well, if anywhere from $500 to $3,500.
Oh, my God.
He's not
Well.
telling us
Now, wait a
any
minute.
prices.
Mr. Diamond, see the size of this ring?
Yes.
If I were to buy, well, leave it on the finger, it
Well,
doesn't
no,
matter.
it's easier for me to
all right. If I had
appraise
a
like this.
diamond, I mean a golden nugget ring that size, how much would it
I
cost me?
think, depending on the quality of the gem, I would say probably $1,800 to $2,250.
And that is with
depending
a
on the
finished gold
settings. Yes.
setting, or
Pardon me?
just, may I have my ring back, please, Mr.
What?
Diamond? The ring,
The ring.
the one
Oh,
in
the
your
ring, yes.
pocket.
I was going to...
If you don't
I was
want-
going to... You see, I had compulsion.
I'm really
I have a-
getting
I
very...
was- I only
No,
put it
I'm
away.
letting you.
I
I'm
only
making
put it away so that I could pay the wedding beads.
We're not gonna get anywhere with him. I think we should both go. This is ridiculous.
Well, I-
We thought you
Can
were
I have my ring,
sensitive
please?
soul.
You may
Mr.
have your
Diamond, I'm
ring.
very
Yes,
nervous.
go ahead. Take your ring.
Oh, thank you.
I hope they club your
This means
seals.
so much to me.
Okay, clever. See, I
Yes,
told you
I
he
hope
was no
so.
good.
I'm not going to sell anything here. I'm not going to make any...
You know,
Yeah,
you
I
know
know
you
you're
because
not.
you don't like seals.
Damn right.
Why don't you go and get your hair done?
Yeah, that's what I want to
Go
get
save
done.
some
Right.
seals.
Right.
Save some
Where
seals.
am I
In
living?
Oklahoma.
This is my house.
Go to Lake
Why do I do
Thunderbird. Any
this?
seals in Lake
No,
Thunderbird?
Nancy, we're getting this thing
No,
out.
no,
Are you
seals.
going to stay here alone with
No,
him?
I'm not staying
Yes.
with him.
Well, would
No.
you mind leaving, Mr. Diamond?
He's cute. Yeah, you can go.
Well, now that's
Oh,
another
that-
matter. If you think
All
I'm
right,
cute,
Nancy, if that's the
then
way
we
you're
can
going to be.
forget about the
Goodbye.
joke. Goodbye.
Come on, have a good haircut.
Yes,
How's
enjoy the haircut. Now we can forget about the jewelry now. And how about a little drink? Huh? You have
I
any
love it.
any ouzo?
Ouzo?
Yes.
No, I have no ouzo.
You don't have ouzo.
Ouzo.
Okay. Well, we'll find
Whatever.
something.
We'll find
Whatever.
Whatever.
I was sitting next to a round-haunched anthropologist. I was at a dinner party of Pict descent. The academics were friendly. A gigantic buttocked academic, an American professor of Scottish ancestry, descended from pure Pict. Let me explain it. According to the dict, a Pict was one of a mixed. They amalgamated with race of Aborigines, and the Scots, some of them, Aryan invaders, who once tend to look like Santa. Occupied Great Britain, Claus. He was porcelain-eyed and cherry-cheeked. He was studying American Indian people. He was worried that mixed blood people had impractical races, were opportunists, schemes. He liked museum posters. Bright, opaque, bean-eyed, he was making money with a pure-blood esophagus. He was rushing off after to help his second wife. The dinner party was over. The anthropologist was articulately explaining ethical culture. He said the new baby was the beginning of a new litter. He informed me that mixed blood people do a disservice to the Indian people when they join white culture. He was rushing off after a dinner party given by another anthropology professor, who's of the female gender, rushing off to help his new wife with the baby. They should stay bright, opaque, bean-eyed, with a pure blood esophagus. A gigantic buttocked anthropologist at a dinner party, porcelain pink cheeks, cherry nose, descended from Picts, who were of a mixed race, who once occupied Great Britain, and who were descended from Aborigines and Aryan invaders. Anthropologists investigate, rushing off after dinner, parties, marrying a second time. According to the Dict, a Pict is one of a mixed race of Aborigines who once occupied Great Britain, who amalgamated with some of them tend to look Scots. An anthropology Santa Claus, rushing off professor, who after a dinner party, taking care of the baby, who he described as being part of a new litter, an American professor of Scottish ancestry, an anthropologist, was articulately explaining.
Where'd you get this rabbit? All right, I know, that's the American way. You dress up your rabbits. This rabbit got no nugget rings. How come it got no nugget rings? I like a rabbit with nugget rings on the ears, on the toes, on the fingers. He's a rich rabbit. The real American rabbit, the American way. I don't know, in Europe, we don't dress them the way you do. We dress them for the table. Very nice little rabbit. Oh, yes.